Hello beautiful people of the internet, here's Dark Dice, also known as Gigonauta and other nicknames. Well, this video is an update for the branded Bystial deck that I've made, I think it was this week, but I don't remember if it was yesterday or not. My memory is a mess. But yeah, I've made some changes to this deck because I played a locals tournament and I saw that I needed some adjustments, and well, that's the updated version before, not before, after the one of the locals that I've got. And tomorrow I will be in another tournament and I will test this version as well. So first things first, the first comment that I would like to say about this deck is that I removed the red rebuild. Yeah, I was playing with a forbidden card in local in my house games in my kitchen with my friend, and I just forgot to take out the card from the sideboard when I was doing the deck tech. So sorry about that. And for the tournament yesterday, I take it out and then I just replace it with another card. So you guys will see. One other change for this deck is that now I have 41 cards in the main. I was running 44 in the last version. That's because I would like to make a round side deck. I was with some one-offs that I was not not okay to run, but most of the cards are the same from the last video. You guys will see. Okay, so let's start with the main deck. So 3 Folly of Balbas, 1 Albion for the monsters of Folly of Balbas package. It's the same as before. 3 because I stand in my ground. Have 3 in the main deck just release me with some burden that if this guy is milled because of his Shizu effects or banned with any other effect, I would just have another in my main, and then I could just use Branded Fusion to send it to Fuse. It happens a lot. I in my matches were against two elements, one Yumi, a control, and one Ignister. And in the 2 matches that I was playing against the Shizu, the fact that I had 3 Folly of Albas just happens to help me a lot. So still 3 and 1 Albion because it's a good card to plus. If it could be a draw if it's in my hand, and it could be a foolish for spell traps that I want to send to the graveyard if it's in the graveyard. So pretty good card. So next, the Despia package, 3 Aluber, pretty standard, 3 Tragedy, and 1 Dramaturge. Let me just centralize this. 1 Dramaturge and 1 Ad libitum. I'm running 3 Tragedy because I'm running Allure. I'm still running 2 Allure, you guys will see, but it's really nice to have 3 with while you are running Allures because well, the effect for the Tragedy is really good. I'm thinking in cutting off the Ad libitum because I don't use much the Branded in Red because I don't have Chimera, and most of the time I just go for the combo with the Bystial Rebellion and set the Branded Beast in the field, and yeah, I don't know if I'm going to cut that Ad libitum or not. but I will try with it yesterday and see if I can pull off something with it. Okay, so for the Bystials, same, 2 Bystial Rebellions, uh, then 2 Serenir, 2 Drissur, and 1 Magnamut. Still, I still have 1, so that's the reason because that I'm running only 1. But I run 3 if I have the other 2. Probably until next year, I'll get the other 2. So yeah, that's the branded package. Oh, the Bystial package. Sorry. It's it's okay. It's running smooth. Well, it would be better if I had more Magnamuts, but it didn't break um, or have any issues with just 1. So for the spells, that was the monsters. For the spells, I have 3 Branded Fusion, 3 Branded Opening, Standard as well. No need to explain, and no need to cut any of these cards. They are so good. They are the core of the deck. 2 Allure and 2 Super Poly. Both these cards are really good. I'm running 2 Super Poly and 2 Allure because I don't have the extra one for each of them. But I would probably run 3 Allure and 3 Super Poly, and then probably I would cut or other cards, or will just add it up to make a 43 main deck. But it's not even an issue because Super Poly is just a way for me to remove some targets, and Allure is just for me to unbreak my hand. It happens sometimes. Probably a 3rd one would be really good with this deck because I'm running to the. Well, actually, that's not all the magic cards. I forgot it has. That's not all the creature cards because I had some creatures here. So I forgot to mention that I'm running to Ash Blossom and to Mercurier, and that's the reason. This guy is the reason that I want another because with this and with Tragedy I have 5 an actual 5 targets to banish with Allure, and that's a little more than 10% of the deck. So, well, with this banishing this card with Allure just adds me 3 instead of 2. It's really insane. So sorry, let's continue with the spells. So the 1-offs are Branded Lost, Meltdown for Branded, basically, Branded Regained for the combo of the Bystials, 1 Desperate Theater, 1 Cobble the Grave. I remember that I explained because I'm running 1 Cobble the Grave in the main. Aside for being a really strong card that deserves a bench, deserves to be forbidden, it's a card that helps me so much against Handtraps, and as I mentioned in the other video, my locals are crawled with Handtraps and some decks that likes to grind, so this helps me to not lose to an Ash Blossom in the against my Branded Fusion in the first turn, the first game. Some other 1-offs are Foolish Burial and Branded in Red. This guy, I'm still thinking in cutting it. I know it's a good card. I know it's a insane card, even if you don't have the Chimera. But I'm in an eternal debate to cut this card off because I don't use it as much as I wanted. But let's see. And Foolish Burial because, yeah, it's a starter as well. It can count as a starter. I could just foolish a tragedy, then get an Alober and then start my combo. So for the traps, I'm just rolling these two, Branded Beast and Branded Retribution. I just cut it out the Branded Sword because it was breaking my hands. The main reason that I was running it was because with Allure and with Courier I can add more to my hand, but it's just too situational and there is no other reason that I was running it because I just don't want to banish my branded spells and traps from my graveyard, because I can just get it to my hand with Retribution and with Branded Beast. So there is no other reason to run the Branded Sword instead of the scenario, and it's a really narrow scenario, so that's the reason that I just cut it out. So that's the main deck, 41 cards, if I had counted correctly. So moving on to the extra deck, there is no changes to the extra deck. Two Mirror Jade, 2 Lubellion, and 2 Albion. And along with it, I have 1 Titaniclad and 1 Abolinatus. This guy is really good against Dragon Link. I didn't see any Dragon Link in the locals, but it serves as well when I want to avoid a deck out against Shizu. So yeah, that's the reason. So for the Despia, no changes at all too. 1 Masquerade, 1 Queritis, and 1 Proscanion. Same as before. Probably I would get another Masquerade for the tournament, but if I didn't get it, I would just run, of course, Proscanion. And then the Super Poly targets, the same as the last deck profile. 1 Dragon, 1 Dragosapelia, 1 Starving Venom, and 1 Garura. Those cards are really good. There were 2 games that I was running that I've made a dragon with the cards on the tournament cards, and one game that I've made Dragosapelia with it. I didn't summon Garura, but it was it's a good card to have. It's a complement of the Moon Dragon, the conditions to remove. It happens sometimes, but the main stars of the extra deck for Super Poly are probably those 2 guys, the Dragosapelia and Starving Venom. Okay, so let's go to the side deck. I don't have more. I don't have the Retribute. Well, I would like to thank you. I don't remember the name of the guy that just commented in the last video about it. It really didn't catch my attention that I was running it, and so thank you so much, guy. So for the side deck, I'm running 2 Dimensional Barrier, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance. It hurts me, but the reason that I'm running is because I don't have much Runics on the locals. There's one guy running Runic, but he doesn't play all the tournaments. But this is much against for mirror matches and against Invoked. It has a guy that has Invoked. So the main idea is that when I go first on the game 2 and so on, I just side this guy in against these 2 get decks and hope to get it on the first hand, and then I would just make my turn and then set it and then on the standby phase of the opponent I would just reveal it. Dimensional Barrier is the same. It's mostly against the mirror and other extra deck heavy cards. So let's go to the monsters. I have 3 Dimensional Shifter, against Ishizu, against tier elements, this guy is really good. And then the main difference is that I'm running 2 Veilers now. I was thinking of running the Mourner, but the Mourner is a winged monster, and I could just use it for any other purpose. And since Effective Velar is a light target, I could just use it. If I don't have it in hand, I could just have another light target to bring me Fuse. Okay, so these are the only creatures that I have on the extra deck. Moving along to my NT back row, I have 2 Cosmic Cyclones, 1 Harpist Feather Duster, and 1 Lightning Storm. This is against the Eldritch, as that I mentioned in the last video. I didn't get the guy to deal against the guy, but these cards were good because against Yumi specifically, I could just side in these cards, and in one of the games I could just blow out all the back road with the Harpist Feather Duster. It was really good. And Lightning Storm, I didn't use it in this tournament, but it's a really good card as well. I just have 1. That's the reason that I'm just running 1. Probably I would like to run 2 of it, but well, that's debatable. So for the last cards on my side deck, I have 2 Dark Blue Holodomor. These cards were in the main deck. I just moved it to the side deck because I had some spaces, and one of the things that I've removed from the side deck was that the Dark Prism Mirror. It was a one-off. I just sided in against tier elements and against some other. Which was the deck? No, I didn't side in against Ignis. It was just it was against tier elements, but it didn't come out. I just have 1 of it, and it's not worth cut 1 card in the main deck just to add a chance to draw it. So I just remove it. I removed as well the Red Rebuke, and I think that it was another card that I can't remember now. But yeah, that's a side deck. I just moved it from the main deck to the side because sometimes I could just break with a 1 in hand and do nothing with it. It's sad. So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I would like to apologize for the Red Rebuke again in the last video. But probably it was because I was really sleepy in the day. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like the deck, please subscribe or give me a thumbs up. It would really, I would really appreciate it. Just comment too if you guys like it. If there is any change that you guys would make to make it better. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much, and see you in the next video.